So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up. We never turn it down, universal sound. When we move the pound, take a look around. When we touch the town, not the way, stomping in my big black J's. Corny, get stuck in the maze. We never suffer fools, had enough of you. False friends and loose ends make me wanna fool. That we got another world tour, touching every shore, from Cali to Singapore.
Every day I'm seeing more in the temple as we rock up tempo instrumentals. I saw my dream in a dream, then I woke up. Put the dream team together, now we one time.
So let the rhythm hit 'em, just let the rhythm hit 'em. Cause when you feel it in your soul, lift the sound system. Let's turn it up, a little louder, turn it up, a little louder, turn it up.
When the members on and get it going Donkey Kong, they got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, oh no, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, or you still wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mine. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally trying to see what I be on. Got a different style, they be at the brand new when they know I've been around. Got a fake smile on your face, cause you been inclined. I can say a lot, but I'm not. Gotta keep it down, making sure nobody drown. I'm my brother, keep it now. Mike Jack hit me up and said I gotta beat it down. Turn me up when I'm on your speaker now. Cool, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Yeah, you in the lead, but you ain't hooping around and tear you out. Before you judge me, you need to go and wipe the mirror off. Try to turn me down, only thing you do is veer off.
Madden Football is the home of the Super Bowl, and this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Saints and the Chiefs, and it's all up next.
We are pleased, as always, to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. We count down to kickoff in what should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champion Kansas City Chiefs taking on the NFC champions, the New Orleans Saints. Hello again, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Chiefs ball club. They come in feeling good after back-to-back victories. Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, they too were winners last time out, so something's got to give here.
And I love it when both teams come in off of wins. Great mindsets, and it usually leads to a really well-played game.
champions have come and gone. Who will claim number 60 as we're off in the 2026 Super Bowl? Fielded just outside the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's the Chiefs offense for their first possession, and it's Patrick Mahomes at quarterback.
And no doubt he's living out a dream right now. He's had dating back to his first days of playing football as a kid. But he certainly can't get lost in the moment right now. There's still a Super Bowl to be played, and his offense, they're looking to him to be their leader. You can take it all in when it's over. Right now, you got the biggest game of your life to win.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there, second down. To throw on 2nd and 6, Mahomes. And this one caught by Travis Kelce. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. He was a 1,000-yard receiver during the regular season, and that's his first catch of this Super Bowl, and he picks up the first down. On play action, it's Mahomes. Sliding out of the pocket. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. On the move to his left. The 20. 5. And all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown.
Not quite sure how to describe that, but I think that there's a mix-up in responsibilities defensively because they're so used to either the running back getting the ball or the ball getting out of his hands downfield as a pass. But when he ends up keeping it, they sometimes get fooled. And he found a way to squirt through the defenders and take off for a big, big run.
Tyler Bass on for the extra point attempt. And his kick is good to make it 7-0 KC. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was all capped by Patrick Mahomes using his legs to get in the end zone. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And as we know and as we've discussed here in the run-up to this game, this is history in the making. The first rookie quarterback to ever start in a Super Bowl. An absolutely tremendous accomplishment, something no one else has done. But he doesn't want to just go down as the first to make a Super Bowl. He's told us all week he's here to win it.
Throwing to start the drive. Peyton, he'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. First down yardage on the first play of the drive, 14 yards.
Defense gives up a touchdown on the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. A first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Again, it's Kamara. Able to avoid him at the 40. Call it a gain of 3, but not enough to move the sticks. It'll be 3rd and about a foot or 2. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And this will wind up a Saints first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big 3rd down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. Trying the left side with Kamara. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Off the bootleg. Peyton. And the Chiefs are going to get him. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th. Just not much a quarterback can do there, CD. The pressure was in his face almost instantaneously. Led to a very quick sack.
Yeah, that's one where you turn to your lineman and say, guys, can I get a little help here? And you have to ask politely because, remember, they're blocking for you the entire game. But as a quarterback, you've also got to have the clock running in your head when you need to get rid of the football. But this time, he had no chance. They were on him instantly.
As we check the next-gen stats, you'll see he had precious little time to do anything with the football there. It's a 39-yard punt, 8 on the return. Kansas City taking the field for their 2nd drive. Well, as the offense begins another drive here, pretty simple, Charles. They want to carbon copy what happened the last time out when they ended their drive in the end zone.
You're right about that, partner. Sounds pretty simple, doesn't it? Just score again, but we know it's not that simple because we don't just make adjustments at halftime. If you're a good football team, you spend that time on the sideline, you study what's on the notes and the tablets, and you make those adjustments prevent a repeat of the last drive. Series to series, the best teams, that's how they get it done.
And we'll find out here soon enough whether those adjustments are enough defensively. Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this 1st quarter. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he's going to lose yards. They take him down at the 26. He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Crossing route complete to Ross. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. A gain of 8 there on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Obviously, they didn't get everything they wanted on that completion, but they put themselves in a spot where you got to at least think about going for it. I know where we are on the field, but still, you've got to think about it, don't you?
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their 2nd drive. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Peyton. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. Off play action. Peyton. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. Off the play fake. Peyton. That's complete to Troutman right side. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. This will wind up a loss on the play. And it'll be 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the 1st drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily
going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now Foreman. And he'll get this only up to about the 35. Throwing on 2nd and long. Mahomes. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From midfield, here's Mahomes. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he will have the Chiefs 1st down. They needed 4, he doubled that. He wound up getting 8. And Charles, one of the big stories this week, the head coach of this offense looking to really cement his name among the legends of all time by winning a 4th Super Bowl title.
And to me, partner, you just have to marvel at the way he brings his teams back to the Super Bowl time and time again. If he can win this 4th title, what a capper that would be to a brilliant career. Reputation as a big game coach, absolutely cemented with a victory in this one.
On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Give him 13 yards there and a Kansas City 1st down. Good push up front in that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Throwing on 1st down is Mahomes. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. They run the counter. Foreman. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Deontay Foreman, 28 yards. And the Chiefs will add to their 1st quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. And they drew up the counter there. It worked. They're glad they drew up the counter.
And a lot of times what you're trying to do is just simply get the defense moving in one direction. It doesn't take much. Even 1 step's enough. Get them going in one direction and then cut back against the grain and let your running back finish it off and get the work done.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0. So the drive there took 6 plays. And it was finished off by Deontay Foreman on the touchdown run. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he's probably realizing he should have stayed in the end zone as he can only muster a return to the 14-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. They trail early on in this Super Bowl as they come up 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Peyton, open man is the tight end Troutman. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Peyton able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. His 1st catch of this Super Bowl, and it'll be good for a 1st down.
He kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
We've got a lot more ahead of us here in Super Bowl 60. 2nd quarter coming your way next. 14-0 is our score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Appreciate everyone joining us. Super Bowl 60 here tonight. Time to begin the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis up in the booth as we get set to resume play. And they get him down, but not before he takes.
Where they were in sync, weren't they? Three-step drop, balls out of his hands, right to the tight end. Nice completion, just like they do it in practice.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Throw left side complete. That's Williams. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line.
Well, for teams that like to play man coverage, running corner routes can be tough on them because of the ability of getting into it. Sometimes you're squaring it off. Sometimes you're just rounding it. Sometimes there's a fake. Sometimes there's not. That makes it very, very difficult for a DB to stay with it.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory right at the 40. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. He'll get this down to the 38. Off play action. Peyton. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. Well, you're already up a couple of scores here in the first half defensively, and Charles, they just seem to be playing really free on that side of the football.
I love the observation because with that type of a lead, they feel like they can take a few more chances and be even more aggressive, and it's been paying off for them so far this game.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Someone moved, flag is out, that's going to be 5 yards.
And that'll drive coaches crazy. You work all week on dealing with loud crowds, on dealing with motion, and then you have a guy jump.
Now they nab the rookie there for the 5-yard penalty.
So much going through his head. You know it just has to be, right? All of his assignments and realizing every game he plays, one of the better players in the league will be opposite him.
And that'll be caught. It's St. Brown. Well, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. And this won't get there. Won't be online either. It's no good. Off to the right. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
Out now the Chiefs offensive unit ready to do battle again. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
And he goes out of bounds. It looks like right at the 50. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he will have a Chiefs 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy that can turn it loose. And boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
Mahomes now on 1st. And he's going to go down. Back near midfield at the 49. Joseph Osai. It'll go as a loss of about 8 as he gets in there to drop him. I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus a defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to him, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Another try after the first down sack. Mahomes under pressure, and they got to him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down.
Well, this is what happens when you get behind the chains, as people like to say. When you have obvious passing situations, hard to vary it up and fool a defense.
And you hate those situations if you're an O-lineman, right?
Oh, without a doubt, because you just know they're coming, and you never know exactly how. They can be exotic in their blitzes, or their athletic ability just takes over.
Gonna need better protection here. Third and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. They're gonna look to throw. It fights him off. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Joseph Osai. That's now back-to-back sacks, and it brings up fourth down.
How about that, partner? His second sack of the game, and that puts him in some pretty good company. 17 guys have had 2 sacks in the previous 52 Super Bowls, but only 3 have had the record number of 3 sacks in this game.
And we've got the list here. If he gets another one and everyone behaves nicely, we might just list those out for him. On fourth down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. And he'll be corralled right around the 34. And the officials here going to pause the game for a second. Looks like there's an injured Chief on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So after the run by Kamara, now another 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They'll get this out to Kamara. 2 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Back to throw. Peyton. He'll get this to his tight end, Troutman. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He's up over 50 yards receiving now in this first half. It's a first down.
They've looked his way quite a bit, and in my estimation, as well they should.
Well, that's now 5 catches in this first half alone.
And he picks up another first down. He's been an important part of their offense here early.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 44-yard line. Off the play fake. Peyton. He'll get this one underneath to Kamara. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Kamara trying the right side. That he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Peyton. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Already down 2 scores. They're going to go for this rather than settle for 3. They'll try and run for it. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a first down. On first down, Peyton. He's airing it out for Williams. And this ball incomplete. Looked very much to be a catchable ball and could not hang on. Second down coming up. Locates Kamara on the out route. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets it down to the 30 there. To throw on third down, Peyton. He's going to launch this thing way downfield. That is caught by Olave. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 30 yards. And the Saints are on the board here in this Super Bowl. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Taken in at the 3. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. And Kansas City's offense now set and ready to go. As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. 2 minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Taking a deep shot here for Hardman. Touchdown! Nicole Hardman, 67 yards. And the Chiefs continue to look good here in the first half of this Super Bowl. Charles, there aren't really any slow receivers, but there's fast and then really fast. He's really fast, and he showed off the afterburners there.
And that he is, because when he took off, I was thinking there is no chance that he could actually reach him with that pass. Yet he did, and he's still sprinting. And just think about what that does for everyone else on his team, because his ability to stretch a field opens things up for the rest of the receivers on the team.
An extra point by Bass, up and good. And it's now 21-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play the same tempo, the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
That is caught. It's Williams. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That one good for 26 and a first down. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. On 1st and 10, Peyton. Wide open receiver complete. Touchdown, New Orleans. Amon-Ra St. Brown, 45 yards. And the Saints get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
I think everyone in the league talks about finishing, don't they? Doesn't matter whether it's a quarter, a half, a game, a series, whatever. But they're finishing the first half in fine style, putting that one in the end zone.
They did. They didn't leave much time on the clock either. Well done. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. The Chiefs going to go back on offense here late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. Mahomes now on first down. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the 22, Mahomes. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now here's Mahomes. Caught, Kelsey, left side. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. On first down, Mahomes. Across the formation, Hardman gets a completion. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. So we've reached halftime here in the Super Bowl. As we'll send you down to Orlando, we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. What a season this has been. Hard to believe it ends tonight. As we'll get back to you guys.
One of the greatest performances of the year usually, but not here. Halftime of the Super Bowl is skipped, and we are on to the second half. Okay, Coach, adjustments likely going to play a big role in this third quarter in what's been a tight contest so far. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. And they trail here in the Super Bowl, but fortunately for them, Charles, very much still within striking range.
Yeah, things didn't go exactly the way they planned in the first half. To me, they appeared to be a little bit tight, made a few errors they normally wouldn't. But, of course, this is the Super Bowl, so things get a little bit heightened in that regard. But I think they have to feel a little fortunate. They're only down what they are here starting the third quarter.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Staying on the ground on first with Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Back to throw. Peyton. The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Peyton. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he's on to punt for New Orleans. Fielded at about the 28. Call that a 41-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. So here's the Chiefs offense ready for their first reps in half number 2. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And that's not a play that you see all that often at the start of a drive, but some teams, they don't mind doing it. And that one, well sold by the offensive lineman. They showed the pass, and then they got out into space, able to get some good blocks downfield and allow the play to be successful.
Mahomes taps this forward. It's a jet sweep. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Here's Foreman. And very little running room there. He did get a couple up to the 49. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And he's taken down here by the Saints. Javon Hargrave in there to drop it for a 6-yard loss, and that will lead to 4th down. A CD, a little bit of feast or famine for him. He's had some success throwing the football, but also now he's been sacked 4 times.
Yeah, you just mentioned the 4 sacks, but you're right. He has managed to hang in there and make plays at times. His offensive line, they've got to figure it out and pick things up and give him more opportunities, and he has to help them by getting rid of the ball a little bit quicker as well.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that one hits at the 7, but bounds into the end zone, and that'll be a touchback. And now the Saints get set to trot out there. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. The pass caught by Olave. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup, first down New Orleans. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. They'll come up on a 2nd and 4 now from the 40-yard line. Back to throw. Peyton, a short one to the tight end, Troutman. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. Kamara up the middle. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. And yet again, this run game just continues to be completely shut off.
Completely stymied. I mean, they're trying to get some consistency, trying to find places to roam. They just haven't been there throughout this game.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12. They run it again with Kamara. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Looking to throw. Peyton. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Here's Jamie Gillen now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. So now here are the Chiefs as their offense makes their way back out onto the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They fake the give. Now Mahomes. Catch is made by Hardman. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards the pickup there.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And a pretty good burst there as he'll get this across midfield and down to the 46. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Although his reputation as a speedy runner precedes him, it's always fun to watch him work.
It is eye-opening, isn't it? Because when you see him get the ball and just go, in addition to that speed, it helps out his blockers. They don't have to hold blocks for long because he's just going to speed right past them.
On first and 10, here's Mahomes. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's going to be taken down right at the 40-yard line. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. But the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. 4 yards remain for second down. Mahomes now to throw. Finding Hardman here over the middle. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. From the gun, he'll hand this off. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it second and 9. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. From the gun on third down, Mahomes. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive forward here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
Not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defensive side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues downfield.
Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. And that is caught on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. The throw took him a little too far at second down. Again, they'll throw with Mahomes. Steps, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's third down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket, because you mentioned the feast or famine part. He's played well in between being dumped on his back, but every time he's had a chance to throw the football, he's been impressive.
Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. Got a man open, it's Ross. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal.
And I'll tell you what, this offense is playing a little bit of keep away right now. They've come out here in the third quarter, possessed the ball for quite a while, and they keep on converting. Nice pitch and catch there to set up the first and goal.
Mahomes going to throw. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Second down and goal. Mahomes. This is caught. 5 yards that time on the completion, and now it's third and goal. And again, it's Mahomes. He finds more in the end zone. Touchdown, Kansas City. The 3-yard touchdown pass. And the Chiefs will extend their third-quarter lead here in this Super Bowl. That seemed pretty ideal there for the offense, Charles. You take a little bit of time off the clock here in the third quarter, decent length drive, and you pad your lead as well at the end of it.
And what it does is let you feel like you're in control of this game, even more so than a 2-touchdown lead, right? Because you have taken that time off, as you noted, which means they couldn't get you off the field. You ran your playbook the way you wanted to, and you gave your defense some rest. What a big-time drive in that situation.
Extra point by Bass, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. And Williams going to sit on this one. It'll be a touchback. Set to take over once again. Out comes the Saints offense. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Up next, the biggest quarter of the entire season. At the end of that, we get to crown a champion. We are through 3 here in Super Bowl 60. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Only 1 quarter left here in Super Bowl 60 as we get set to begin the 4th. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
That was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver. Although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Peyton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Operating from the gun. Peyton. And that'll be caught by St. Brown. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 7. They'll look to throw again. Olave holds it in. And he'll be stopped short of the 1st down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Sly able to put this one through. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So he missed his first attempt, remember, but this time he gets back on the bike and knocks it home.
Yeah, and sometimes that first one can really impact you moving forward. It can just stay with you too long and affect everything else you do during the game. In this case, though, able to shake it off. He's riding high again.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Kansas City starting a drive, hoping to utilize the speed of that man, Mecole Hardman. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this, but it's usually not by himself, is it? Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up.
Time to give a little credit here. That was an excellent read by the guys on the defensive side of the ball.
Oh, you're crediting your defense.
Got to credit them on that one because they tried to fool them, right? Tried to trick them. Ran a screen, and they went to it and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
Now Mahomes. They'll roll him out right. And he's going to lose a yard or two. Taken down behind the line.
Fadarian Mathis burying him for the sack. We've seen him escape similar situations earlier in the game and get away for pretty good yardage. And that time, they get him down.
Yeah, they've had enough evidence that he can get away and run for good yardage, haven't they? That time it felt like, okay, enough of this. Let's play it the right way and get him on the ground before he does any damage.
Here's the Chiefs punter now. He's been terrific so far. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
The Saints offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field.
And we're at the time in this Super Bowl where, look, they need points, and they need them badly. Trailing here in the 4th quarter as they begin this drive 1st and 10.
Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, Peyton.
Open man is the tight end, Troutman.
On 3rd down, Peyton. And that's hauled in by St. Brown over the middle. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. It'll be a gain of 5. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Fair catch called. It's taken in right at the 20-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have been the better of the two sides to this point with a 2-score lead, 4th quarter of this Super Bowl. And the Lombardi Trophy within reach as they start this drive 1st and 10.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
I'm seeing a lot of guys shaking their heads on defense right now, particularly in the secondary. And when you see that going on, that is never a good sign. But it's understandable. They've been shredded so far.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. To throw, it's Mahomes. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
Joseph Osai
in there to get him yet again. That is his 3rd sack tonight. They can't figure him out.
And that's his 3rd sack, and that ties a Super Bowl record. Makes me think of my old college teammate, Reggie White. He had 3 with the Green Bay Packers in Super Bowl 31. Darnell Dockett of Arizona, Super Bowl 43. And Coney Ealy, 3 sacks for the Panthers against Denver in Super Bowl 50.
All those sacks, they've only been an official record since Super Bowl 17. I know it's believed that L.C. Greenwood unofficially had 4. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
Joseph Osai make that now 4 sacks for him in tonight's ball game.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs. They'll set up to throw. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 5 yards, not enough, and it'll be 4th down.
I wonder what was going through his mind when he got the play call. He just got sacked on the previous play. He knows they're coming after him again. A little bit of guts to stand in there, take the hit, and successfully complete the screen pass. Really well done.
Here's the Chiefs punter now as he's on to kick it away. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt sails over the sideline. And the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. Now the Saints, they trot their offense out here. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Forced out to his left. His throw incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Ashton Davis. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. If they had designs of kind of wiggling their way back into this one, that hurts their chances right there.
To put it mildly, look at the lead, look at the deficit, trying to make a play downfield. Everyone seeking to be somewhat the hero. Didn't turn out that way at all, and you're exactly right. It's going to take a lot for them to have a chance to win this one now.
Now this Chiefs offense gets set to go again. They have to like the position that they are in. 4th quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A little jet sweep to start the drive. From the 28, it's 2nd and 5. Looking to throw is Mahomes. And he's going to go down here. A sack. They push him back to the 34. Joseph Osai. My goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really, really turning in an incredible performance. Now here's Mahomes. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Trucks over him. And they will stop him short. They get him to the ground at the 27. No 1st down. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down. The kick by Bass is good, and that will extend their lead even further. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced into taking the 3.
Downs, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
From the end zone, here comes Williams. The Saints again ready to go on offense. So the offense back out now, coming off its first interception of the game the last time out, trying to reestablish some momentum here, Charles. But they're trailing defensively. Maybe these guys smelling the blood in the water a little bit.
Yeah, I think that they probably are, but what they need to do right now is just make sure they don't force the action too much themselves. They've got them on the run a little bit. You just want to be in a position where if they make another mistake, you're there to capitalize on it and take it away from them.
That'll put him at 66 receiving yards now for the game, and he's got a 1st down. Throwing on 1st down, Peyton. Under pressure, and down he goes. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now left side on the swing pass. And some room to run now. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. From the gun on third down. Peyton, now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. It's complete. Kamara. And they'll get this down to around the 47-yard line. First down now, but that clock rolling. They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete. Again, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on third down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 25-yard line. Back to throw again. A throw over the middle, taken in by Troutman. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. On first down, Peyton. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. 35 seconds to play. Everything will come down here to this onside kick. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this fourth quarter. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The first down line at the 34 here on third down. A carry for Foreman. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Bit of a pressure spot here for Tyler Bass. This to perhaps salt this one away. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. And that will extend their lead even further. So barring something extraordinary here in the closing stages, that field goal should just about put this one on ice.
Yeah, we've got to find 2 scores. So, we're not going to exactly move it over there yet. It can be done, but boy, it's going to be a little bit of a stretch for them, isn't it?
Yeah, they would have to move incredibly quick and have some luck, too. But the Saints coming back out, ready to go for this next drive. They have a little bit of time left here, but this one not going to go their way.
And this is where, in this situation for me, you just go ahead and run out the clock, shake hands, congratulations, and move on. Because now, you're not going to make up for what's happened during the game in this last sequence.
We'll see what... He's got him in! Complete! And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And the Kansas City Chiefs are the Super Bowl champions. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way. Didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all off-season, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Spend your whole life trying to blow up, but Elohim never had time for donuts. The beat go ham, no time for cold cuts. The game like Big Fish came to join up. Yeah, I'm still independent, they sold 1 million records. Yeah, used to be on my checklist. Big diamonds don't need a necklace. Look, we built the sound like it's double speed Tetris. I cannot build without God in it. We built the sound, you can't copy this. I never brag, it's just confidence. I never rap for your compliments. I wrote this one